SEI is preparing for a strong rally right now, but did you know it's the fastest self-proclaimed blockchain there is, and also tries to solve what no other project ever managed to do? This leads me to an electrifying price prediction and the intense urge to deep dive into this project. If you feel the same way, make sure to stay till the end of this video, as I will show you so much extremely interesting data you wouldn't believe it. We talk about short and long-term price predictions, SEI's ecosystem, tokenomics, unlock schedules, investment rounds, and so much more. As always, in this episode of Phil Prince, your one and only stop for crypto, finance, and trading. Before we start, if you have not subscribed yet, please ask yourself why and do it now. You don't want to miss the next videos. Let's get to it. So first things first, I told you we can expect a rally very soon. So as you can see, we're just testing this redistribution zone, which held up for around a month and is also combined with a test of the 204-hour EMA, which gives us a very good chance that this could mean the next big leg up for SEI. A quick look at the liquidity heat map is supporting this thesis, as we can see that we took out many longs here, and now that we're done with this, price is likely to continue up from here, as the next big liquidity that has to be taken out is right above the latest top here. We'll talk about the short and long-term price prediction in a bit, but first let me show you what makes SEI special. Let us elaborate if it's worth your investment. So as I teased in the intro, SEI is claiming to be the fastest layer 1 blockchain. Now the question is this actually true? Spoiler alert, no. But also yes. On their own website, they compare themselves to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. As you might know, Solana is claiming to be the fastest blockchain themselves for quite some time now. And well, from these numbers here, SEI has double the transactional throughput of Solana and a fraction of the transactional finality. But if this holds true in a real world scenario, let's have a look at some real data. So it's one thing to be the fastest blockchain by theoretical numbers, but the question is, if the blockchain is really congested, can it then hold up as well? The month of December was very busy for many blockchains, and SEI was one of the few chains that worked as before, which on itself is special. So therefore it holds second place after Solana. If we look at the success rate, we get a way clearer picture, as Solana had only 42% success rate and SEI had 99%, which only Cosmos and Avalanche also handled. At the same time, SEI had transaction fees as low as those of Solana, while also being exactly as fast as Solana, but not the fastest blockchains. These were Arbitrum and Aptos. So no, SEI is not the fastest blockchain, but by combining the data, we can see SEI is definitely the fastest blockchain while having a nearly unchanged success rate as well as super low transaction fees. And that is special, as no other of these blockchains combined all of these features as well as SEI. Apart from that, its price had the highest growth compared to the others as well. But wait, there's more. SEI intends to solve something that's called the exchange trilemma, or also the blockchain trilemma. As it's stated here, the three main aspects of the trilemma are scalability, security, and decentralization. It is challenging to achieve all three goals simultaneously. In other words, a blockchain project can succeed in two of these three areas, but it is difficult to achieve all three. But this is exactly what SEI intends to do. As far as I understood, the team of SEI in the beginning wanted to build an exchange, but then faced these exchange trilemma and instead headed out to solve this problem with the ultimate goal to become a decentralized Nasdaq. Well, it's a lot and it's crazy, but we have to wait and see if they can really do it. All right, next in line, tokenomics, fundamentals, or should I say Pumpermetals. First up, ecosystem. As you can see, they have a $120 million ecosystem fund, so they are looking for fast development. And there are projects for nearly every niche, also the hot narratives, gaming, and real-world assets. It seems there is a lot to come, and I actually would like to compare this to Solana again, and if they can keep the pace, it can turn out as big as Solana's ecosystem. As you can see by now, SEI is actually very comparable to Solana back then. They aim to be the fastest blockchain. They want to push forward as fast as possible. They are very hype oriented, and actually some more things you will see that. For example, many of the biggest meme coins like Bonk or recently Myro, which by the way I already made a video about, and for SEI, similar meme coins are emerging. For example, Cyan, which surged 300% within a very short amount of time. Next up, investment rounds, which comes to a total of $85 million and has pretty prominent investors. For example, in the seed round in August 2022, institutions like Coinbase and Delphi Digital already invested. Then in the strategic round, we had 30 million by many investors, for example, OKEx, another exchange, and then $50 million alone from BitGet Exchange and Foresight Ventures, which is huge. But not only that, there's also, for example, a partnership with Circle, the issuer of USDC, and through the partnership, SEI launched bridged USDC on their blockchain, which is an important step as it enables to buy SEI with one of the biggest stablecoins there is in the market. But SEI not only has great investors, but also a very good team. More specifically, the two founding partners are Dan Adelbeck, which has already 10 years of experience in business development, marketing, and operations, and formerly launched a blockchain venture, which were the Cosmos-based projects Exidio and Sentinel, and more after that. And the other founding partner is Jayendra Jog, which worked at Robinhood, which is one of the biggest investing apps. Next up, we're looking at the vesting schedule and token unlocks, and there we have the first kind of red flag. As you can see here, the team alone has a combined 20% of all the token supply, and the private sale investors, which got in very early to a very good price, also have 20% of the supply. So 40% are in the hands of very few people, which means potentially they could move price in a very big way. So this could be kind of concerning, but once again, we can compare this to Solana, and there we can see that we have something similar. Here the team has 11.5%, then the Solana Foundation has another 10%, founding round 11%, and the seed round 14%. So here again we have a combined 40 to 45% in the hands of very few people, which happen to be not a big problem. But of course for SEI, this ultimately depends on how properly they will handle everything here. As you can see here, there is 3% reserved for Binance Launchpool, which means that SEI was launched through this platform, which is a quality measure on its own, as Binance handpicks these projects. Over the last years, they only picked 83 projects to launch on their platform. Another token they launched recently is Manta, which I already made a video about. So if we have now a look at the token unlocks, we can see they will be unlocked linearly for all the different parties, and for the next months there is no big increase. But end of August this year, the unlocks for the private round and the team are beginning, so it'll pick up steam from here. And this is another potential problem. You see, at the moment we have around a 2 billion SEI tokens in circulation, and if we suspect this bull market to last until end of 2025, there we will have around 5 billion tokens in circulation. In other words, this makes for 100% increase in token supply, which some way or the other has to be met with demand. Otherwise, price will have a hard time pumping, which also explains why SEI is a very fast growing and hyped up project. This is actually where SEI and Solana are different. Solana had very quick unlocks and then very gradually and slow until end of 2031, where all tokens will be in circulation. But there's another token we can compare, and this is Algorand, and there you can see that it unlocked their tokens even faster than SEI and more aggressively, and there all the tokens will be unlocked end of this year. So all the unlocks happen within 5 years. For SEI it is around 7 years, and what you can see here for Algorand is the two bull market tops from last bull market end of 2021. And if we look at the market cap, we can see that we had a massive push, but this didn't reflect in price in the same way, which is due to the aggressive token unlocks. All right, finally, let's get to the price prediction, short and long term. So in the short term, I told you in the beginning that we are bouncing here off the 4-hour 200 EMA, as well as this redistribution zone, which we're testing right now and potentially breaking up from it, which I personally expect. And if we happen to measure this move here from top to bottom with the Fibonacci tool, we get a 1.618 at $1.20, which is my first price target. And then with the Fib extensions, if we take this move from here to here and from here to here, we get the 2.618 at around $1.40, which brings me to the expectation of price going into this range here. Another thing that supports this thesis is that we're missing a fifth wave based on Elliott wave theory, which says that an impulsive move is unfolding in 5 waves and a corrective move is unfolding in 3 waves. So this is our first impulse, first correction, second impulse, second correction, and then the last impulse move, wave 5, which would bring us right here. If you ask yourself why it's not like this, it's because the impulsive waves have to be bigger than the corrective waves. At least this is Elliott wave theory in very, very simple terms. If you'd like me to elaborate more on technical analysis, let me know down in the comment section. Well, and after that, we could get a corrective setup in 3 waves, for example, like this. As you can see here, technical analysis doesn't mean you have to have a chart full of indicators and drawings. In my opinion, the simpler, the better. If your chart looks like this, trust me, you're doing something wrong here. This won't tell you anything. This won't give you an edge or whatever you hope to extract from this. Now for the long-term price prediction, what can we expect from SEI at the end of this bull market, supposedly end of 2025? As we saw that SEI has very much in common with Sol, we will compare these 2 coins, and with Sol sitting at $101 right now, this would mean a 25 to 26x, or to Sol's all-time high at the time of recording around a 45x. Of course, this means that SEI has to hold up its hype for the whole bull run the same way Sol did. That's something we have to wait and see. So altogether, in my opinion at least, SEI looks like a very promising project for the short as well as the long term, and you would likely do nothing wrong with a bag of SEI on your wallet, which, by the way, as always, is not financial advice. Do your own research and due diligence. I mean, we have a strong thesis behind SEI, a growing ecosystem, a strong team, strong investors, a fairly good vesting schedule, just with the problem of many tokens in the hand of few, but this was the same for Solana and it hasn't been a problem. Also, it has been launched on Binance launchpool. The most important thing, it seems, is that we need enough hype to overcome the token unlock to balance out the growing token supply until end of 2025, which is doubling till then, as I said. In one of my next videos, I will talk about a token that's just sounding like SEI. Let me know down in the comment section if you know which one. The only thing I can tell you, it's also very, very strong. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe this channel, hit the bell icon and give me a like. It really helps the channel and you to not miss the next videos. I really put my heart into this work and want you to gain value from it. And with that, it's a wrap. This was Phil Prince for you. Until next time, crush the markets and see you next time.